Eep.
I'm bad at this. Hold on, I'm still plugging things in. Don't look behind the curtain. Oh, Lord. Oh, this is going to upset OBS. Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84. And if the screen goes dark, I did a oopsie. That's everyone doing. Oh, God. That's what happens when you're doing stream in 2 weeks. Hi, everybody. Let's try that again. First, I pushed the wrong button. Well, first I was late. I had to take a phone call from my wife. Then I pushed the wrong button. Let's see if the if the delay was worth it. Nope. The other camera doesn't want to work. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, Lord. Hopefully everyone's having a much better day than I am. Let's see who decided to spend their evening with me. My goodness. All right. You can't even spit in this basement without hitting a blue scuzzy. We have Thomas Armstrong. We have Big Bad Biologist. We have Garth. We have Francois. We have Mike of Mike's Mess. We have Chris. Tom Barber is here. I love you, Tom. The toiletiest toilet. Bruce understands the insanity that I go through, so it's okay. Hey, Dana, how's it going? And who else has made it to whatever this is? Jay Wire. And let's see. Pentium MMX is here. Jeremy's here. Chris is here. Garth Beagle. I probably said your name already, but you get another mention. Derek is here. Chris is here. Eric Helgeson is here. Jim's retro stuff is here. Chris. Hey, Chris. How's it going? Appreciate your support, even in my brainless times. Elemento is here. Ralph's here. Wayne's here. My goodness, a lot of people here. Zodium's here. River is here. Hello, hello. All right. So what are we doing today? I have a vague idea, but only a vague idea. And this camera has a mind of its own. I am very close to replacing this streaming computer because every single time I sit down to stream, there's a new problem. I stream from a 2012 Mac Pro Tower. While it is an excellent machine, I am really pushing it to the limits by streaming with 2 cameras, 3 actually, 4 if you count the screen capture device, and all the USB cards I have shoved in this poor box. So I think I'm really pushing it up to the edge without investing more in a very old platform, but we'll see what happens in the future. Like, subscribe. All right, so a few things going on. Where did this plastic come from? Oh, a few things going on. Marchintosh is coming up. So, yay, Marchintosh. So, make sure you go to marchintosh.com. I should probably bring up the website. I only helped promote and build the darn thing. So, I should do that. Where's the button with the thing? You know, I should be smarter about this. Ah, there we go. No, wrong. Up there. There we go. Hey, look. It's the screen. Go to marchintosh.com. Let's make this bigger so non-ants can view it. And there we go. There's a bunch of information here. Ron of Ron's Computer Videos did an excellent kickoff stream about Marchintosh. So go view that if you want more information. But basically, it's a community event where you can create content about Macintosh computers. And there's a bunch of cool stuff that you could see from the last year. If you go to the previous year's content, let's say 2022, for example, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos and forum threads and stuff like that. Basically, there's a lot of cool stuff. So please get ready for Marchintosh. It's only 1 day away, and you too can participate. All right, where'd the chat window go? There we go. Jeremy, you're asking if I need computers. Can you not see what is going on in this basement? I think I'm set. Thank you. Thank you. It's Marchintosh somewhere. Oh, God. All right, Francois, go to sleep. It's not worth it. All right. Some unfortunate things to talk about. If you have not seen these videos by Ron or Dave going around, there's a pretty nasty thing that has been happening to our beloved vintage community, and that is this scammer by the name of Sean Rocks. Their YouTube handle is Geek with Social Skills. Their social media handle is the same thing. And they've basically been conning people out of money and their items for trades and things that just never materialize. And I'm very sympathetic because I am the type of person that will forget things and will ship things out very late, and people are very, very kind in understanding that. But this is different. This seems to have been going on for decades, and yeah, it sucks. So if you were scammed by this person, I'm sorry. Thankfully, I don't think I've promoted them in any way, but they appeared to be in a few of our social communities and groups, and it sucks. It really does suck because we are a really kind and happy-go-lucky bunch, the most of us, and I want to help you. You want to help me. You need this part. You want this thing. You want to play around with this thing. You want to archive this. You want to look at this book. I'm going to help you out because I'm a nice person, and people do nice things for me all the time. And unfortunately, everyone else who's like that, which is the majority of people I meet in this community, are really easy to just stab in the back when you get a jerk like this ruining it for the rest of us. So if you had a deal going on with this person or a pending deal, I don't know what to tell you except I'm sorry. And please share, repost, retweet, whatever, those videos that are going around from Dave and Ron. Really hard to watch. And I know there are just so many others that have been silenced by actions or threats or things that were being said or clout and all this stuff. It really sucks, and it really hurts me. I've only had some just conversations with this person, and so I've never lost anything from a trade or anything, but I know how it is. I've been scammed before by other people on eBay, and they string you along with things that sound plausible, and I believed this person that scammed me on eBay. Oh, I need more time, my house flooded, this happened, and before you know it, I'm out of that protection window. And that was 2017, so 7 years later, I'm out my money and the item I sent that person to repair. So it sucks, and I'm sorry, and hopefully we're just more vigilant about this as a community, and if something is fishy or going on that's weird, speak up. That's the only way you're going to get attention, unfortunately. So, all right. Anyway, without that out of the way, what are we doing today? That's an excellent question. I have no idea. I'll put a YouTube poll up in a second, but I do have a blue SCSI on my desk, and it's pretty. And I do have a few repairs I want to do, but I don't think I'm going to start with this repair yet, because this is going to be a while. This is that Macintosh 2 board with the bad ROM slots, and I want to take my time on that. So that'll be a weekend stream, because that's like a 5-hour thing in a row. Don't got that sort of time today, unfortunately. So just catch up on the chat here. Tom, you drive here, and we'll see what happens. Oh boy. Okay. So I think what we could do a few things as my eyes dart around the basement. I haven't been able to stream for a while because of life. Wife's car had issues. Then my car had issues. Then the bunny had issues. Bunny still has issues. Bunny is being fed and given medicine, being cared for, and has expensive tests going on through next week. Fingers crossed for Bunny. She's eating more and a bit happier, but not exactly acting the same way that I would like her to act. She's kind of in and out. So they should be okay. But she's getting up there in age. She's almost 11. So, it just scares us because, she's, for like 10 years, there's been nothing going on with her. She's been perfect. And so, yeah, it does not suck. It does suck. me words can't do correct tonight. So. Yeah, and see, I'm very sympathetic to that situation, Elemento, because I also have done that, and I'm very guilty of taking a repair, and I can't fix it, and it just sits here. And maybe sometimes I'm not as clear communicating with people, and for that I am very sorry. I'll get an email or something, and when I started doing this, I had a completely different life. I had a job that gave me a lot of freedom with time, and basically, as long as I did the work done, nobody bothered me. So I could carve out some time during the day or the evening or whatever and just do repairs. And I needed that extra fund because, my situation was different. Now my situation's a little different. I have a job that has completely different responsibilities, but I don't need that extra cash flow as much as I used to. My expenses have changed. So, things like that help. But I still have 2 or 3 repairs that are here that are just like basket case machines, and like they're not happy. They have some machines that are completely done, but I have to like meet and set up time with the person to go and exchange it. So I'm completely sympathetic on that side, and I am a terrible human being. I feel that way sometimes because these things take so long. But I mean, I'm just human, just doing the best I can. And unfortunately, a lot of the time I go, I want to help. I'll do the thing, and my plate's already full, and I just add more to it. But I try. And I'm available, so people message me. I'll message you back. I'm not hiding or anything. But thank you, Sad Mac. I appreciate it. And your stream is buffering. I got all green lights on my end, but I was watching a YouTube stream like a few hours ago, and it was buffering too, and the person said they were all green lights on their end. So internet's dying, World War III, who knows? We're all going on something due. All right, so... with that being said, you have no new information of what the hell is going on in this stream. So, I think what I want to do, if I have... Yeah, here it is. He pulls out a random computer from behind him. I think I want to go through some of the hard drives that Joe sent me, because I'm very curious what the heck is on these darn things. Sounds like fun? Sure, let's go. Yeah, if we have a better idea for a stream, we'll go from there. But I do have a bunch of hard drives, and I am very curious what's on them. This machine was giving us some slight issues, but I think it might have just been down to some SCSI termination or something. It is dusty, so let's clean this up a little bit before we do a stream of everything on this machine. And this is a perfect opportunity for the new camera above cam. It is above you. There it is. Yay! So Bruce had an above cam for a while, and I got jealous of him and got my own above cam. So you could watch me do scrubby thingamajig. Oh god, this is awful. There's so much dust here. But it's a Centra 650. It should still work. I say that with the utmost of confidence. And is that an anti-static brush? It most certainly is not. But this logic board has been sitting in the corner, and it has not complained, so I think we'll be okay. Don't make me add you to the stream, Dana. I'll make you say all the words for me. Rust. If it was Allison's toothbrush, I'd be a dead man. Alright, let's make some more room on our poor excuse for a bench here. Welcome to Mac 84 Krusty ASMR. We give you the crustiest boards for you to listen to. That sounds so wrong on so many levels. Speaking of so wrong, it feels right. No, that's a terrible way to transition to it. There's this channel on Twitch. They used to be on YouTube. They still are, but they can't simulcast because the United States has broken copyright laws. But they're called Uncommon Ephemera. And they are on Twitch, where they are routinely streaming now. And basically this guy has a VCR with hundreds of videotapes that he's acquired from estate sales and stuff. And he's going through them to just like see what's up and see if anything is rare or old ads or something that hasn't been archived. And oh gosh, he streams most of the time at 7 p.m. Eastern. I just have the funnest time watching that stuff. Yes, all tantalum capacitors, all tantalums. And we have this fancy little adapter deal from the name I'm going to forget, but I'll put in the video description after I do the stream. I probably won't remember, but I'll try. And this lets you just use a standard PC power supply on the Centrus 650 and similar systems that have the same connector. It does not currently work on the 2SI for some reason, but it should work on the 2SI. I'm sorry, it does not work on the 2SI. It should work on the 2CI, 2CX, and I believe the 7100 has the same connector. So very, very handy. Now to find the power supply. Here it is. That I'll be using. This is just some light-on power supply, but it seems to be of good quality. Well, it's not a Quadra 700 because it has 3 NUBUS slots instead of just 2. So it's the 650, which I would argue is just as good. Just as good. All right, so we're going to plug things in. And I'm going to be reminded very quickly if this machine works or not. This is certainly a bench machine to toy with. We have some dubious quality SCSI cables here. Wow, that's like a bite on it. Oh, that's sort of ripped over there. Oh, that's great. Well, that should be still connected, maybe, hopefully. If we run into SCSI issues, we know why. Oh, yes. Sorry, Alec. I'm me dumb, think go, no brain do. Anybody joining this stream now is like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. That's the joke. Okay, so let's try and put an SD card into here. We have an Amazon Basics card that comes to me from Action Retro because I loaned him a blue SCSI and he gave it back with an SD card in it. So finders keepers. I should put my dumb face in the corner, shouldn't I? I should be like Bruce with all like the fancy thing. Hold on, video capture thing. That's bad. There I am. That's me in the corner, losing my tweezers. There we go. How about that? We're all fancy on YouTube now. What machine are you working on today? Well, this is a Centrus 650, and it will be used to abuse some old hard drives and make them cry. And this SD card adapter into this USB port is not functioning for some reason. There we go, just wiggling around and yelling at it seems to have solved it. Okay, so this is, oh, that's the Macintosh TV. Why the hell would I have had? Well, that's there now. Oh, boy. For anybody wondering what the hell's going on, I just apologize. Brain bad today. I had jury duty this week, and boy, does that suck out all of the brain power from you. Sitting in a room, everyone's just sitting there coughing and yelling and unhappy and just annoyed generally. They can't get the microphones to work, the projector doesn't want to work, and just all sorts of just like, I can't believe I'm wasting my time sitting here. So, you know, yay, jury duty. That's a few days of my life I'm never going to get back. Anywho, we're copying images over to the blue SCSI here. Because I believe I have a Centrus 650 image. There we are. And hopefully that'll work. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, fun. Sorry, Derek. Earworms are just something that happens here. You might want to go see a doctor. Alright, so let's eject our SD card here, which I'm sure is of fantastic quality. And let's get our little blue SCSI friend. Now, this is the blue SCSI version 2. And you could find out, whoopsies, more about it at bluescsi.com. I have rewritten a lot of the documentation that was up there. Not that it was bad, but there was a lot of stuff that I thought could be helpful to individuals who are using this product for the first time. And it's a living document. It will just continue to evolve and get better and better and better. So I thought, you know what, why not help out a little bit? It's something I'm happy to do, and thankfully it's one of those projects where they encourage that sort of thing. So check out bluescuzzy.com if you have a Blue Scuzzy already, or if you're considering getting one. It's a great project, so please consider that. If you have a retro computer with SCSI, it sure makes it a whole lot easier. Wow, that sounds fantastic, Derek. Alright, let's plug in SCSI into SCSI. And at this point in time, I should have... here's a paper towel. No doubt has some dust on it. We're just going to put the Blue SCSI on that because I'm a terrible person. And now I'm realizing this machine should be facing this way, maybe? Oh, Lord. This is not going to be perfect. I'm so glad people enjoy the silly shirts I make. Lord knows I don't make a bunch of money off of them at all. But it brings me joy to know that other people have to be like, what's that mean? And then other people are laughing at it because they know what it means. So, yay. All right, so we need a video. Let's see if my video scaler is plugged in. It is maybe. Let's check. Yes, it is. And let's make sure we have the right cable. Yes, we do. This is the first time I'm using this new setup. Anything could go wrong, and everything will go wrong. That's the magic of whatever this is. I'm just testing to make sure the system boots up still. Because if not, we'll resort to the very slow Macintosh LC that's sitting behind me. Alright, I'm kicking my ass! Do you mind? Alright, so let's plug this into here. And then we'll give this a power on test. We should hear chime. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now let's see if our video capture device still wants to work, huh? So let's click on this. Let's click on that. Hey, would you look at that? We have a freaking picture. Alright, so we're just prepping this Centris 650 here. Now the Blue SCSI is blinking. It looks like it's booting, but the video has frozen. But this could just be because my capture solution is a pile of crap. So, hold please while we figure this out. What if I lower the resolution? Oh, great. Yeah, so we seem to be having a USB bus problem, which is because I'm using too many cameras at once. Yay, computers that are old. Yeah, I think it's a USB handshake thing, where it's just if I keep switching the resolutions, we could do a frame by frame advance, which is so exciting. Jeremy, that's a very dangerous question you have. I don't know, like most of the machines from the 7000 series, but some not. The hard drive's name is reminding me of some of the horrors that have occurred with this setup last time. Why am I using this machine? Oh, Lord. Let's get a keyboard and a mouse to help answer some of these horrible questions. We have a keyboard. And we have a mouse. Fantastic. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, there are similar Macintosh cases. However, the plastic supports and stuff, if you look at the bottom of the system, some of those things differ. And, yeah, not all the same. Let's turn this off for a second. Let's shove in our ADB keyboard and mouse. And let's play the game of why is the video not working on OBS correctly. So let's double click on our thingamajig. Let's change the video to something else temporarily. Hi! And let's just switch it back and see if that solves it. If not, we have to unplug a camera. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and it's doing the same thing. I bet you if I unplug my second camera, which is now unplugged, maybe, or I could quit OBS, which is always fun. Look, I appreciate OBS. I'm not using the latest version. I mean, this could be resolved in a newer version, but I'm also using old hardware. Yeah, this is definitely frozen. So, please wait while I press the exit stream button. The stream will go blank for a few seconds, and it will look like I'm not here. Rest assured, I am. And we'll see if simply quitting it and opening it up again solves the problem. So it's going to look like I'm stopping the stream. Crap. Are these YouTube settings going to like automatically cut me off? I hope it doesn't. Question mark. Tilt face confused. Stream settings. Enable auto stop is turned off. Okay, so this should not break. Hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed, folks. I'll be right back. All right, hopefully I'm back. And the stupid streaming thing is still not working, is it? Of course not. Why the fudge should it? Use buffering. Yeah, let's check that box. What does that box do? Absolutely gosh darn nothing. Oh, boy. I mean, let's just change everything. Click a button. Hi. That's me. That's not what you want to see. Click OK, and then we move the mouse around and nothing happens. Fantastic. No, you're not. Oh, Tom. Well, it looks like we can't do what we want to do tonight because reasons. Every time I just want to do something, it fights me tooth and nail. Serenity now. I mean, I'll just unplug it. Maybe that'll solve it. That's a good trick. Which one of these bright blue cables is the correct bright blue cable? Hold, please. I found it at unplug. Plug in. Maybe that'll fix this thing. Probably not, but you know. Hey! Sure! Just unplug it and plug it back in. Alright. We have this. I'm running the Mojave because it works mostly. And I don't want to break it. Okay. So we have 8 whole megabytes of memory. That should be enough for anybody. And we have what? How big is this hard drive? Okay, 200 megs. So that's more like it. And we're running a flavor of 7.5, I believe. Yes, 7.5.3. All right, so we'll name this Tom Barber Heart because we love Tom. And let's go to our control panel and go to desktop patterns. Let's create that preference file. Woo! Oh, yeah. Let's go with the calming blue. I think Tom would like it that way if he was still alive. Oh, Tom. May your spirit live on. So let's shut this down. And let's put a second image on the Blue SCSI because we are going to need a second image if we're going to copy hard drive contents to and from the Blue SCSI. So let's do that. And you're going to see the colored bars show while this occurs. And I apologize in advance. So we're going to create just a 1 gigabyte partition. That should give us plenty of room to start off with, I would hope. And I have a bunch of 1 gigabyte partitions here. So I'm just going to copy one and I'm going to hope that it works. Oh, 744. That sounds lovely. So very lovely. And hi. Hello, everyone who joined. I did not say hello to. Halion, I forgot to say your name, and I've been avoiding directly addressing you because I forgot, and I am so very sorry. My primitive New Jersey brain just will not allow good things to keep in brain. Me sad. Me sorry. Me sorry. Okay, so let's take a look what we're doing here. How as if that's any helpful. Halion, help, please. I need more medication. Okay, so let's turn this system back on. We're off to a good start. My apologies to Justin Morgan on his birthday for whatever the hell this is. Go like and subscribe to his channel. Mr. The Protogen. Don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze. Oh, thank goodness. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and the quadra exploded, blah, blah. Why is this booting first? Do we have a system folder on here? Of course we do. Oh, my lord. It's a lot of crap. Yeah, let's copy some of this stuff over, because it's actually useful. Great thinking, Tom. All right, we got SCSI probe. Gotta have SCSI probe. Disk copy, always a good thing. No. Yeah, let's take you guys over here. Thank you. And yeah, we good. So we select all this. 892 megs in the disk. My goodness. So we can't delete it because we're booted up from it. So let's do this. Yeah, we used to have that lamb chop videotape. I think my parents destroyed it. Yeah, you can do that, Pentium MMX. Apparently the 5200 requires a bit more power, so it's not like the best idea. That's just from what I've read. For all I know, it could be nonsense. But yeah. Alrighty, so instead of dragging all the items to the trash and erasing the disk, which would take precious minutes, where's was it drive setup? No. Drive? No. Do we have SCSI director on here? Probably no, of course not. Damn it, Tom! Now I'm just gonna blame everything on you. Oh, I guess I could just click on this and go special erase disk, and we'll name this Garth. Creating directory. How about that? That was quick. All right, so now we're gonna shut this off again. And I'm going to go to the Be Right Back screen as I go and rummage around for some hard drives. I'll be right back. Where's the button? All right, so make me big now. Big. So I have 8 of these. These are packets of hard drives. And these are from my good friend Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. Go to jcm-1.com and order a blue SCSI or some awesome things that he has on his store. Oh, Sean. If only you knew. Oh, boy. What are we doing again? Why did the above camera stop working? Oh, I unplugged it. Let's plug it back in and attempt fake. Oh, Lord. Why am I using the wrong mouse? There we go. Hi. All right, so we got these hard drives from Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. We're going to see if there's anything on them. Sorry for the noises. Joe is great at packing things, even when they're e-waste. So we have two chunky SCSI hard drives here. Surgically separate these Siamese hard drives. I'm sorry, they prefer to be called conjoined hard drives. And that's a ribbon cable I almost sliced in half. How about that? There we go. Oh, there's always time for shenanigans. It's infectious. Alright, so this is a 40 meg drive, and as I'm peeling the tape, some of the labels are coming off. That's always good. But we have free blue tape, so yay. I'm going to put that on the desk and forget about it. Why is my side camera not there anymore? Damn it, Sean, you show up and you break everything. Where's the thing? Where does it go? There, maybe? Ah, that's not it. That's too much of me. Oh, thank goodness. Hold on. That needs to be an 1080. There we go. Hold, please. And then this is this. Oh, what the hell is going on? There we go. I need a new streaming computer badly. Nothing wants to work at all. Look, we have two cameras. Sure. Why not? Oh my God. OBS, what have you done? What hell have that brought? Alright, we are using the correct preset now. Thank goodness. Okay, anyway. Where was I? That's right, hard drives. So, whoop, there goes the serial number. The blue tape is aggressive. And the reason I have to take all the tape off is we're probably going to have to open some of these. And now everyone's going, you wouldn't open a hard drive, would you? Yes, I would. Why not? They're delicious. Alright. Okay, so. We got some SCSI bits here. And let's shove this into something and see what happens. Now, this being on the same bus as our blue SCSI, we may run into some interesting problems. And by interesting, I mean hilarious. And by hilarious, I mean let's hope nothing explodes. There. Nope. Well, yeah. I can hear Joe crying from a few states over. Alright, let's get our... We have our one Molex power cord. Because I sacrificed the other one for another project. Yeah, let's do this while the power supply is still plugged in, Steven. That's a good idea. Overheat. No, it won't overheat. It's fine. Alright, so let's turn the power off here. Let's shove power into there. And, you have more risk of shorting out doing stuff I'm doing now than overheating anything. And let's switch to whatever the hell the camera this is. And let's blow things up. 3, 2, 1. I can hear the hard drive trying. Ooh, ooh, that's not making a nice noise. Nails on a chalkboard. It's going. Let's see what happens anyway. Well then, aren't we eager? Oh, this poor hard drive. Oh. What are you talking about? This is a perfect 40 megabyte drive that I'm going to resell on eBay for $5,000. Rare! Steve Jobs. So this is named Caesar. Put a label on you. Ugh. That made it unhappy. Oh no. A disk error occurred. Who would have thought? Let's try again. Oh, it's trying. Oh. It's booting off of this hard drive. You stupid computer. Don't boot off of this. Do the other one. There we go. Thank goodness. Into Maxtor. This is a Quantum Pro drive. Probably from like 1986, I want to say. Yes, Derek, it would help if you got out and pushed. Thank you. Oh boy. Well, I think it's time to do some surgery. Welcome to Unnecessary Surgery Land with Steve. But you might be saying, Steve, you're opening the hard drive. Doesn't that risk it breaking? It's already broken, son. It's already broken. Do surgery on Garth. Let me put that in the pile of crap to the right. And my tools are upstairs. Oh, wait, I have a screwdriver here. Yay. This is why you buy multiples of tools. Wrong mouse. All right. Let's... Exactly, Elemento. Let's inspect what the hell is going on in here. Now, we do have to break this seal here. Because there is a... This is where the head is, I believe. The thingy. And you can't get into the hard drive without breaking that seal. So, let's break it. And it reveals another screw. Oh, there we go. Now, I am a little forgetful of if you have to remove the entire screw or just the bolt around the screw. And I bet you I'm going to do the wrong thing. So, for anybody watching right now, don't do what I'm doing. Fast forward about 30 minutes into the video, and then you'll find out if what I'm doing is correct or not. Because I think I could just twirl this little washer nut dealy around, and then I should be okay to remove the top here. I believe, if memory serves. I don't replace, I just make it happy enough to copy the contents and then move on to another project. But if you have had luck replacing something with something else, that is invaluable information to know. And let's see, 10 millimeter ID, 15 millimeter OD silicone tubing. So the inner diameter and the outer diameter. I'm looking for my pair of pliers that fell, and I don't know where those went. Poopy. Damn it, Tom. You stole them, didn't you? You bamboozled me, Tom. Let me stand up and reach awkwardly through my desk here. And the mouse is on the floor. Let's see. That's not the tool I want. Ugh. This monitor gets nice and toasty. Alrighty. Let's try anyway, huh? Tournament exchange for release. I appreciate your commitment there, Tom. Alright, well, let's take everything off first. And we'll deal with the remainder thing. I'm sorry I failed you, Eric. If we're just blaming Tom for everything, I mean, the sky's the limit, folks. You're the reason why I'm bald, Tom. Why am I so fat? Why do bad things happen to good people? Are we making a clock? Maybe. Where is the little thingamabob that I sometimes put parts in? Line. I have to order more of those, I suppose. I have these little thingamajigs. These little trays. I'll use a videotape container. How about that? Lick the platter. Mmm, delicious. The data will get out. Hey, Bruce, how's it going? Well, the drive identified itself as Caesar, and then it made a lot of interesting noises, and then it stopped identifying itself. All right, and so this is a bad idea, isn't it? Because, yeah, that's not turning anymore. But the whole platter this whole thing turns. That's one way to remove it, right? How to not repair hard drives with your pal Steve. Let me reiterate, this was sent to me as a junk drive. I do not care about this drive. Thus, why I'm being a jerk to this drive. What the? Where is the head? Oh, is it under? Is this top platter not used? That is interesting. Way to breathe, no breath. All right, let's put this over here where more dust can get into it, while I try and figure out how we remove this little nut thing. Nope. These are too fat for that task. Again, don't do what I'm doing, because I know it's not correct. That's way too fat. That's not going to fit in there. Let's put the paper over the hard drive to hide it. Yeah, because I think the way to get that out, and I've done it before, I just need a pair of needle nose pliers to hold that as I spin the screw, I think. Because that goes in the arm, and it's annoying to do it without it. My pliers are upstairs, I bet. Well, let's dig through the pile of tools on the desk. Surely there's a pair of pliers on the desk. They are just hiding from me. They are just hiding from me. Damn it. I had like 5 pairs on this desk. Here's some cutters. That's not going to help me. I'm sorry, Bruce. What would you say? I'll pretend to laugh. Oh, yes, Caesar. Yes, yeah, I get it. That's Bruce for you. Always with the intellectual jokes. Never with the fart humor. Like us normal folk. Where the hell are my damn pliers? Well, it looks like I'm going upstairs to get my pair of pliers. So, yes, Caesar salad is what the data is going to resemble. I will be right back. Dance to the music, grab a drink, go to the bathroom. Just don't leave, please. I'll get sad. Look what I stepped on the way out. No, it was on a desk. All right, so let's try this again. Oh, there we go. That is not turning the way I expected it would. Oh boy. Well, see, there's like I guess I'd have to hold the screw while I turn this. It's a two-man operation here. There we go. I knew there was a trick to it. Alright, so now we can put this screw back in the center of that hard drive so we don't have to have the cover on. Although, you know, you really should, but I'm an idiot and I'm not paying attention to anything, so. Alright, now the fun part is the rubber bumpers, which I do see. So, more fun. Yes, Elemento. Shh, you're giving away trade secrets. Oh, Lord. Hours of entertainment. Hours. No, any spitting I do on this hard drive is just lubricating everything to work properly, don't worry. I'm sure the microscopic shards of metal are not hurting this drive from me releasing these screws. Nor the powerful magnets I'm about to lift up and yell at. One screw. Two screw. And each one of these is different, so I could just like bork this whole thing up. But I'm curious. So I believe this magnet would... Yeah, see, this drive is in an interesting way where I'm not sure I will be able to reach what I want to reach. And magnets are powerful, and so on. Yes, the black goop is dangerous. Do not do it. It will ruin your fingers. Alright, so that little break sits over here. And yeah, that stuff is definitely goopy. Alright. Let's see how bad the goop is. Oh, actually that's not goopy at all. Not goopy at all. Okay, well, let's just put it back. Maybe that was enough to make it happy. Probably not. But it actually is not goopy. So we have to move this plastic bit back. I said we have to move this plastic bit back. Thank you, magnets, for doing that for me. Oh, boy. Remember when I said don't do this? This is probably a good example. What's a clean room? Can somebody explain that concept to me? This kills the crab. Okay, so I only spit a little bit on the hard drive, so we're probably okay. And what have we accomplished so far? Absolutely nothing. I mean, the top platter I don't believe is used. on this. I really don't. Because there's no head on the top here. Because if you could see this metal part on the top, it's just like a thing. There's no head on it or anything like that. So, of course you blow on it like an Instagram cartridge. Yes, I saw that. I want to find the Japanese equivalent of that thing. Okay. What do we do now? See, that should just sit. Yeah, see, that sits perfectly now without that little bolt there. Let's just move everything to the side. So I want to turn the computer on again with it. Ideally, I'd have a 25-foot long SCSI cable, which I do have upstairs, actually. This is not the time nor the place to do anything that would make sense, okay? So let's get our hard drive friend back in here. We will take off the cover in a moment. I just want to get everything situated first, so we could see what's going on. And I loved your post there, by the way, Elemento. Steve, you hoard printers. You'll enjoy this. All right. I hope everyone's enjoying the stream. If you are, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. If you're not, keep it to yourself. Blame Tom Barber. All right. Flux capacitor is fluxing. Let's plug power into the hard drive. And we'll remove the top case. Let's see what happens. As I hide behind this thin piece of metal. Cage-free platter. Okay, it's still not seeing it. I should put SCSI probe on here. So let me shut down this computer. And we'll do that. That's fun. Bruce has a lot of good ideas. See, it's like the hard drive head was doing stuff before and now it's not. It's probably made it sad. But we'll wiggle it around forcefully through science. Alright, so I need to open up an emulator. And I need to add our little disk here. That is our Centrus one. I need to save it. And I need to start it, and I can copy over that file. So let's copy over. Lido's okay, but it can have some issues. But SCSI Director will give us some good thingamajigs to do. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. And I think that's all we need from this. Why am I using the real... I'm using a vintage keyboard on the emulator because I'm weird. That's not the way it works, Stephen. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's shut this down. Let's eject our blue SCSI disk. Plug this back in. What I want to do... no, I didn't try the initiator because this drive is sad. Just... I'm seeing what makes it go and what makes it not go. Because I'm thinking maybe I screwed the screw in too screwily. Sure, we'll go with that. And let's try again. But yes, the Blue SCSI project has a new initiator mode, which will basically copy your SCSI drive, which is really cool, without the need of a computer. And I hope to do a dedicated video about that. That'll be fun. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah, poopy. Hold on. Steven did dumb thing. Delete. Oh, come on, OBS. Don't do this to me. Yes, okay. Now I go to above camera. Sorry, I'm not used to using this thing. So, me do dumb thing more often. Let's do the second one. There we go. Make that visible. Put it in the corner. The hell. Hold on. We'll get this eventually, folks. There we go. There. That's the logo's cut off. Who cares? All right, close enough. So, LCS Aztec. Aztec. All right, so let's open Tom Barber and open up our SCSI directory here. Let's see what it has to say about this cursed hard drive. Alright, it is SCSI ID 0. It's a P40S940. Hardware error. Well, who'd have thunk it? Alright, so driver not loaded, blah, 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 0 whole megabytes. So it's not initializing, making the right noises it should. So let's shut it off again. Because I don't think the head is moving at all, which is not a good sign. And how do we fix that? I don't freaking know. But I am going to poke at things because it's already broken. So what could I do other than break it more? That's a very, very good question. And I probably will break it much more. I think what you're supposed to do is I can move... Let's turn the power off here first before I accidentally break anything. As I think so there's this little plastic thingy here. Maybe that's on the wrong position. I'm confused. Only I've taken photos of this, or had photographic evidence. I did. Let's rewind. He's watching his own streams, folks. Very dangerous. I bet you my fat hand is in the way. Alright, so when I remove... Let's see, before I remove the magnet... Oh, yeah, okay. So that is the same way it is. Okay. So that's the way it should be. Yeah, so... That's what I'm curious about, Bruce, and I'll switch to the better camera angle in a second. Better being the objective word. I screwed up all my OBS scenes. There we go. So there's this little white dealie here. And that seems to be the default position of it, but what direction it wants to move in is a good question. I'm guessing it wants to move towards me. What do I have I could shove in there? Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. So let's see if I can move this way. No, that does not want to move. I mean, did I put that in wrong? Is it stuck to something? I do not know. These are questions I do not know. I mean, I probably have another one like right over where Joe sent them to me. So let me go grab one. 1 second. Unfortunately, that does seem to be the only one of the type in the bunch. But Bruce, if you want to go and do that, that'd be fine. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is release the head so we could wobble it a bit just to make it slightly happier. But at this point in time, it does not seem to want to wobble. That's our little filter dealy. It could just mean I have to remove... I mean, I've removed it before, so... Let's just make sure I didn't screw this in too tight or something dumb like that. I mean... It is very possible. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. So, let's just take it apart again. I mean, it's already broken, so who cares? Hear the people in the future comment section screaming at the top of their lungs. Well, I mean, the top of this platter apparently is not used, so that's good. Applied directly to the forehead. I mean, this was making sad noises before I opened it up, so it's very likely this is a goner. But you never know. Okay, so when I lift that magnet up, that wants the little plastic thing goes towards the drive heads, and with that this moves freely, which you really shouldn't do unless the drive's in motion. Blah 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 blah. I'm not a cop, so, and that's not really that sticky, so that's good. But when this is this way, hold on a second. So maybe this was... But how can it be this? Let's see how much play this has. So there's this, and then there's that. So if it's like that, I can't move it. But if it's like that, I can. So maybe it wasn't pushed far back enough. That's probably why. So let's put this back maybe like that. Would that work? And then when this goes closer to like that. Yes. Okay, now it works. Okay, I figured it out. Bruce, if you're still looking for your thingy, you don't got to. We could break it without you. Don't worry, folks. It'll still be broken. Especially because I'm probably putting the screws in the wrong direction. An autopsy is a good way to put it because this thing is probably very dead. Well, I'm just saying, Bruce, I think we figured it out, maybe, question mark? But let's see how right or wrong I am. Let's put our tools away. Let's plug our SCSI monstrosities back in. Yes, I'm blowing on the hard drive because it's already broken. And that platter is not used for whatever reason. Probably a reject platter. I don't know how things work. I just break things. There it goes. It's booting. Now it's not, but that's okay. That's a very loud, scary noise. I'm sorry for your dog. I'm going to put the cover back on. Because the chances of this thing exploding are not zero. And I would like my arms not to have explosive hard drive shrapnel in it. See, it tries to boot. It's ridiculous. So there must be something on there. And it gets sad. What the hell are you doing? I'm so sorry. I go to Action Retro for help? What? Oh, the other way around. Sure, that makes more sense. the idiot who's prying dead hard drives. No. This is true, Eric, and we will try that. I'm just curious if it's reading anything differently now. Sees the size correctly. It's 40 whole megabytes. Look at that. Mac OS 40 megs. So I want to do what Eric is suggesting. After I just try one last little thing. Which is probably not on here. I was going to use Disk First Aid. Because sometimes that actually friggin' works. Because it's loud and it's annoying, but we've grown resentful since he hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god! Yes, it's an abnormal hard drive. All right, let's try this initiator mode. Let's shut this down, and we will have to trick our power supply into working without a thingamajig. So let's shove this piece of wire back in there. And this is, where's green? That's important, right? There it is. So that's green. Green is there. And ground is there. And it turned on for a second because capacitors. I'll leave that alone, and we will switch the blue SCSI to initiator mode. Now, can I power it from the SCSI bus, Eric, or is that going to be a problem? Put first aid on it. Okay, well, we could do that too. So let's take the SD card out. Put it over here. All right, so I can't power the blue SCSI. I should power the blue SCSI externally, is what you're saying, which makes sense. I just want to confirm. All right, so let's open this up again. We're just opening up our emulator. And we're going to put a tool on here. which is not there. That's excellent. Oh, because we're searching the wrong disk, that's why. There it is. Disk first aid. Here we go. Version 8.1. So we're going to copy that to our hard disk here. You can power it via the bus or USB or Berg, either way. Okay. The hard drive restoration hammer of justice. Give it a stupid name like that. Oh, you folks are my people, and I love each and every one of you. All right, so let's see. So disk first aid opens this, which is the same version, 8.1, 1997. Okay, so that should be fine. So let's close. I'm using the wrong keyboard because I'm dumb. Let's quit that. Let's shut down. Let's eject our disk image. Let's put our Blue SCSI back into target mode, which is the standard mode. Let's plug our SD card back into it. Let's undo the power supply jumper deal that we just did. Let's plug that into our adapter doodle. And let's try this one more time. Hard drive restoration hammer. I love how it tries to boot though. It's beautiful sounding. And then it's like, nope. It probably has System 6 on it. And this 650 is like, the hell are you doing? Here comes that whine again. It's probably a bearing or something. I think it's rebuilding the desktop, folks. Nope. There it is, Caesar. It sees it. Repair, please. Unable to read from disk. Well, that's good. Let's try again. Test interrupted because another program is using the disk. And it mounted, folks. Look what we got here. I'm sorry for everyone's ears. I'm clicking as fast as I can. Yes, that is very true, Elemento. Oh god, that's loud. Well, that protested, but it worked. I'm just like looking for like unique files, because these are just programs and junk. Here we go. Word 5. Let's stress it. Continue. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a lecture. Anything look of interest here, folks? While the drive is literally on its last legs. Yes, I will get there, Garth. I'm sorry, Eric. Why am I calling you Garth? Oh, oops. Print mounter, an application called SCSI, font downloader. Oh, wow! SCSI Director 2.1? Yoink. A bunch of stuff in here. We're gonna now. How does the initiator handle read errors, Eric? Because I think we're gonna run into a lot. Voice record. These are all control panels. Got fonts. Tries again 5 times or configurable. And if it can't read, it just skips the file or the byte, I suppose. Word settings. I don't know what that is. Skips a sector. Okay, cool. System 6. All right. Got a bunch of PostScript files in here. I assume these are fonts. Yeah, these are all fonts. All right, so I think I found the goodies from here. I was able to extract them. Let's just do a clean copy of this. See, that's happy. Take a screenshot, even though I'm streaming this. Do we dare open a file? I guess we do. Well, there we go. Not sure what I was expecting, but... I'm continually surprised of this actually working as much as it is. There you go, Dana. Look at that. Oh, I spoke too soon. Alrighty, well. I don't think we have any other things that are... I don't know what this output request template is, but I'm going to copy that. PDF. Got a bunch of PDFs. Oh, these are probably, yeah, those are probably like, what's the word? Definitions or whatever of how to make a PDF for those printers and such. Okay. Well, I'm, let's hit repair just for funsies. And we'll read from disk. Well, there we go, folks. And we tainted the year and modified date because we're monsters. But it worked as best it could. I want to try copying this one more time. I'm just curious because it's warmed up a little bit. No, it's still not happy. I think it's slightly happier than it was before, so that's cool. Oh no, we already have. Let's just say copy 2. All right. Cool beans. Oh, that's right. We have different disk partitions. So I think I'm done with this drive. We'll put this in the pile. We could do some of that initiator stuff. This would be a perfect candidate for that when I do that video. So let me trash this because we copied that to the other partition. Let me empty the trash. And there's always a delay because I'm looking at a virtual screen that has a lag in it. I'm going to shut that off. And we're going to try and remember where you put the screws. There we go. Alright, so let's button this back up as best we can, huh? No worries, Tom. Take care. And yeah, so we got OneDrive kind of working. It does have issues, but I mean, it does work. We read data from it, so I'd call that a win. Of course, if this was like your precious hard drive data, you wouldn't be as gung-ho as I am about just like touching things and poking things, and you'd be more delicate. But this is just one I was fooling around with. You never know. Sometimes a lot of these, they just need to be like messed with for a bit. They need to get the old parts moving again, and then it's happy. But yeah, sometimes they'll be dead forever. They only work that once. The trick is not tighten the corners all at once. You want to just sort of do it gradually. And because there are ribbon cables that go in there. So. All right, so I'm going to, I need a marker down here because I don't know where my pen went. But I'm not going to put that nut back on. I'm just going to tape it on there. All right, let's switch the camera, sorry. Now let's go to our next victim, which is, there it is. All right, so this one, okay, thank you, Eric, for checking. I appreciate it. This says Performa. And is a 80 megabyte drive. Performa 410. Alright, so let's give this one a go, shall we? Well, we got data off the other one, Eric, so I will say yes. Let's make sure we're not touching metal to metal here. Let's see how this one sounds. It spun down. It likes to spin down. That's comforting. Definition of fixed. As in rigged? Let's see if it sees the hard drive. It does, but it sees it as a 0 megabyte hardware error. Okay. This one, I bet you, has the stiction going on. Eric, the answer is always yes. Let's try it again. I think it was trying there. Let's try one more time. Secondary heat source. It is not happy. So, let's take it apart and make it more unhappy, huh? And what's a better level surface than on top of a computer? Screwdriver. Guess we should remove this tape here. I am looking for a raw dime hard drive that's a 5 1/4 drive because I'd like to get data off of one just out of curiosity. It's not important or anything. And I think I fried the ROM chip like 5 years ago because I was an idiot and didn't know how to put things back together correctly. M or is? Exactly. Alright, so was. There's no hidden screw here, it seems. If you've got a song stuck in your head, boy, you better not fret because Mac84's here to sing you a lullaby about hard drives. Always back up your data, always back up your data. Don't say you'll do it later, you want to always back up your data. Hopefully that helped. Now you got even more horrible songs stuck in your head. It's just my brain slowly deteriorating, Sad Mac. Be on a hospital bed in 70 years going, I used to sing on the YouTubes. Alright, Grandpa, let's get you back into bed. Alright. Yeah, so we have a ribbon going in there, so you want to be careful. And by careful, I just mean just do this. Look at that. That's pretty. And I bet you it's all gunked up. Look how, that's why this is so light. It's just one platter. Oh, but there's a thing on there too. I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, let's see. Yeah, this head is not moving anywhere because it's probably touching... Let's see. Nope, I nudged it. I think I nudged enough. Get out of there, Dust Bunny. I made it worse. Anyway, let's put this back on to prevent explosion. Let's see if it wants to do anything different. How many people we got watching today? I don't have the window open. Let's try this again. Making happier noises. It's booting from the hard drive. I love it. Where's the mouse? Now we're booting from the Blue SCSI because I told it so. It just needed a little nudge. So this is a 80 megabyte hard drive. That explains why the platter is so small. Well, I hold down the soda command. Shift Option Delete Apple, which is the command key. There we go. Rebuilding the desktop of hard disk, which is probably the original name of it from this Performa. Now, some of these Performas had software on it that was not included on archive disks or anything. And Apple actually included a backup utility that you would back up your hard drive onto floppies and such. So if this has an original copy of that stuff, that's pretty darn cool. $64 people. Hello, all of you. If you're not in the chat, what you doing? If you can't be in the chat, that's okay. But hello. Ooh, I like that icon. ×2 v.o SCSI. Interesting. There we go. Yeah, I've not heard of that either. ×2 log. I was just testing some things here. Let's open some stuff up. We have education, kid picks, math flashcards, SB learning install, applications, 87 megs available. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. This disk is 80 megabytes, and how could that be a thing? Got some games. We have Lido here, and the patched. Somebody was very smart here with what they were doing. Everything seems operational. Look at all the system enablers here. Let's make a disk image of this. First, let's get info on this again. Okay. Let's try disk copy here. Image from disk. We're going to select hard disk. We're going to select read only because the compressed does not do anything helpful for us. We're not going to mount it afterwards. We're going to go to Garth, going to go to Performa, going to hit save. And this is where a 68040 comes in handy. Yes, after we image the disk, we can do things. Go, Clarice, go! This will be a great disk to test for our initiator shenanigans as well. While this does that, I should try and find a pencil or a pen or a marker. I have one upstairs, so I'm going to go grab one while this does this. Nobody breathe on the hard drive. am back with a marker. Yes, this microphone is pretty good, especially when you don't want it to hear things. Alright, so you will say Alright, so I labeled that drive. So when it gets lost in the basement, at least I will have a record of what it is without having to plug it in. Times 2 is a weird disk driver compression utility that falsely reports twice the capacity of the original drive and uses compression to simulate it. That's interesting, Thomas. Well, hopefully we can archive that if it's not already archived already. I'm used to, I'm familiar with, rather, Disk Doubler, but I have not heard of Times 2. What's great about the Blue SCSI project and the initiator functionality on that is if I'm doing this and there's a sector bad or something, the image won't allow it to complete. It'll just stop. But if I'm using that initiator mode, theoretically, it will skip over bad sectors and just try and complete the image, which is fantastic. So I'm very much looking forward to tinkering around with that and creating a video about that. Amiga 4. No idea what that is. Is that like a Raspberry Pi that is set up to emulate an Amiga with maybe some hat add-ons or stuff? That's very cool, Eric. That is very, very cool. It's just like the floppy disks. When I try and read the bad area and it's like, nah, I could retry it. So that's really cool. I do have to take a break in a little bit just to give the bunny rabbit her medicine. Then I could come back downstairs. So just a heads up, probably in about 10 minutes or so I have to do that. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. I will temporarily make you an administrator because of YouTube's dumb thing. So I'm going to make you a mod. And try posting a link now, Thomas. Okay, great. The operation completed successfully. How about that? Gus is doing okay. She has her ups and downs. She's going in for a CT scan on Tuesday, which will be fun. Thank you very much, Thomas. And hopefully we'll figure out what's going on with her. She's eating, but not enough, you know, so it's frustrating. All right, so did we get info on this already? Yes, we did. So let's shut this down. Hey, K-Mac, how's it going? And let's put the screws back into this hard drive before I lose them. Because I will. Rebuild batteries. I'm not one to do that, but I think if you have a spot welder, you could technically just replace the cells, but you'd have to find exact replacements and know what you're doing and not do the wrong thing, because then you could run into problems. I actually bought a replacement PowerBook 100 battery from a fine person of the community whose name escapes me at the moment. My apologies. And it's sitting in a box. I have not touched it yet, unfortunately. So we're 2 for 2 with these hard drives so far. So I'm going to grab some more off the pile, if this is enjoyable to you all. Not that you much have had a choice, I guess. We'll continue with whatever the hell we're doing here, huh? I've had quite of a weird week, so this is not exactly the most stimulating content, I'm sure, but sorry? Question mark? At least there's a mystery of will it work, won't it work, and like what the hell's on it? I'm glad people are thinking it's cool. That makes me happy. Alright, so let's put a label on here. And I misplaced my marker already. Great job, Steven. You had it down here for all of 5 minutes. There it is. Alright, so this is from Joe Works Great. And what was that thing called? Twin? Times 2. Alright, so we have the times 2 compression on there. Alright, so that will go over there. Now I'm off to get more drives. Yeah, so for the batteries, they actually suggest using a spot welder, like a little welding dealie. So I'd suggest maybe looking into that. So we have 2 more drives here. These appear to be Seagate ones. These appear to be also from like 6100 PowerMax. So these could be quite big in their size, potentially. Talking hundreds of megabytes, folks. Hundreds, if not more. How exciting. There we go. Again, put this in the blue tape corner of my desk. And this is a Seagate ST32430N for a Power Macintosh 7300-200, and is a 2 gigabyte hard drive. We're going to have to make our disk images larger if we're going to back this stuff up, folks. Or at least see what's on there. Hey, Roger, how's it going? We are unpeeling blue tape off of hard drives. Okay, this is a 160 megabyte. This is a IBM. I thought they were both Seagates, but they only have a similar case. So let's move that over here. Let's start with this IBM one first. I always like turning the power supply off when I plug things in. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, come on. That pin was a little bent. Is a little bent. That hopefully has helped. As I scratch my Apple Watch on the metal of this stupid computer case. Welcome to AppleCare. What did you do to your watch? I scratched it on a centris. What's a centris? Exactly. All right. Let's try this again. Oh, helps if the power strip is turned on. Wow, those capacitors keep a charge. Let's move some of this around, huh? It's trying to boot off of it. Which it's doing successfully, I might add. I wanted to stop, but I don't want to. This is true, Zodium. Oh, that's great, Roger. I'm glad you were able to fix that. See, Bruce is smart. Ooh, Global Village. Magic Eye wallpaper. Yeah, we have system 7.5. Oh my goodness. We have Mist, saved game of Mist, John's Gibberish, Launcher. Ooh. Chessmaster, Color Vet, Sim Farm. Let's take a look. System 7.5. AOL downloads. Adam, The Inside Story. Lawyers and Judges. MacPack. Color Vet. Got Claris here. Go mouse. Interesting. And 120 megs on the disk, so let's restart to the other disk, and we will image this one. I've never played that, so I will certainly have to. And yes, there's a lot of stuff on this drive that's probably already backed up, but in the off chance it's not been, then we have an image of it we could always refer to. And I guess this also came out of a Performa of some kind, or an LC, but that's just a guess. Alright, so let's open up this and go to our disk copy. And I'm just curious, what the heck is this? This is a documents folder. Yeah. I'm just gonna rename this what it is because I will get confused. He's altering the history! If you think the 80 megabyte one took too long to copy, wait till you see this one. Roger, that's essentially what we're doing on this stream. I would only advise to loosely, with extreme caution and common sense, none which I have, to follow the rough steps of what I'm doing if you really want to push it to the limit and try, because there's either a software issue or a hardware issue. So the software issue is the drive is corrupt, or it got shut down at a weird time and just some of the files are moved around in a weird way and it won't boot up or whatever. Then you want to use something like Disk Warrior on the old versions of the Mac OS, or Norton Disk Utility and stuff like that, Tech Tool, to try and recover some of the data on the disk. However, if it's a hardware issue, it could just be that the head mechanism, which sometimes is sat between two rubber little bumpers, sometimes it just gets stuck. And so if you can carefully, key on carefully, remove the cover for the drive, sometimes you could just nudge it, and it just frees it up enough, just like the previous drive we had, and then you're fine. But if you do get it working once, that may be the only time the disk ever appears, so you want to back that up immediately. Yes, Bruce. It is our poor little Centrus 650, which is actually working pretty good. I think one of the RAM modules that we were using last time, or the slots, was a bit knackered. but using the 8 megs of built-in memory, it seems to be quite stable. Fingers crossed. Yep, no worries, Roger. There's a bunch of other videos probably about it, but yeah. Can you use a modern Linux to recover old Mac drives? Imagine someone has written a utility for it. Seeing as it's Linux, I'm sure there's a way that you could just DD it as like raw data. I've no experience with that though, so I can't give you any details on that. But hey, RetroTech or Die, how's it going, man? Yeah, I just wouldn't have the understanding of, you know, the exact procedure for that. But yeah, I mean, it's Linux. You can do anything on Linux if you have the right knowledge for it. So I'm gonna go grab more drives. 1 second. Look at all these presents. I mean, drives that Joe sent to me. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them. We'll probably go through maybe 1 or 2 more. There's a MiniScribe here. That might be fun. Because I promised Joe I would go through some of them when I'm on his channel or we're doing a stream together or something. But I don't want to back up that 2 GB one because that's going to take way too long. But let's see what's inside of this one. Sorry for the noises. Oh yeah, look at that. Now yes, we do have 2 drives sandwiched together, but still, there's a lot of chonk going on. Be very careful because there's a ribbon cable here. Hey Veronica, we successfully have imaged 3 hard drives. Well, most of them. The first one was a bit sad, but we did some light surgery on them, and we got 2 to spin up that were just so not happy before. So yay! So this is more drives from the lovely Joe of Joe's Computer Museum, and I just ripped the label right off of this one. Unfortunately, this blue painter's tape had quite a grip on this one, it seems. You don't know the capacity of this drive because the label was just savagely ripped off. That's an 80 megabyte. All right, let's put that back on here. There. My collection of blue tape continues to be added to the desk here. I'm just trying to separate these drives carefully. Looks like one of them is from a Color Classic. And then we have this beautiful chonker of a drive. This is a MiniScribe, an 80 megabyte MiniScribe. And we're going to test this one next. So let's shut down our Centris 650. I wanted to call it a Power Mac there for a second. And let's switch views. So let's change out this hard drive here. So what we're doing is we're booting off of our Centris 650 computer. And we have our Blue SCSI, and we're backing things up. Right, so let's write on this. This is a, this drive works okay. This is from Joe. This is System 7.5. Had games missed on it, and so on. So now we know that's that drive there. And this is also for future me watching these videos going, where did that drive go? What was the thing with the thing? And why did I do that? So there we go. All right, and so this is an 80 megabyte drive. Now, in the past, we've had to put a little dab of oil in there because it was not happy. Let's see how happy it is this time. I'm going to take off most of this tape. Well, look at that. Mac SE. It's called Hybrid. Sure. All right. So, let's plug this in. Oh, this sticker says Apple 20 megabyte. Over here. This is a 20 meg drive. My goodness. All right, let's see if we get any life out of this thing. Let's switch camera views here. Let's turn it on. Making noises. Hey Dan, how's it going? MiniScribe is making scribing noises. Oi. Oh, I have to go give the bunny her medicine in a second. I should have done that a few minutes ago. Would you look at that? Jeez. 2015. My goodness. Alright, let's just image this. I love that sound. Dan, I love the effort you put into your work. It is amazing. Please subscribe to Dan's channel because I said so. Dan, if you want to put a link to your YouTube channel in the chat, please feel free to do so as we listen to this lovely hard drive. If I move the microphone up close to it, I'm going to end up dropping it. There you go. Subscribe to Userlandia, please. Dan does excellent content, and it's right up my alley, so it's likely right up yours. He just did a big video on a IBM PS2 Model 80, I believe, which was fantastic. Not sure what the transfer rate on this is, but it is from 87, I believe. So it's going as fast as it can. And that imaged beautifully. And that's it. It imaged perfectly. All right, let's see what the hell's on here. We got programs, class manager, HyperCard, click art letters, click clip art, super paint, Microsoft Works, tech stoof, okay, Apple File Exchange, the patched version of the Apple setup, and we have junk. Disinfectant, eyeballs, Mac proof environment, okay. Thank you, Eric. We have no personal documents on here whatsoever, it seems. Look at this screensaver. Moray? Moray? Version 2.22. by John Lim. So that has been archived in case there was not a version of it. A lot of temporary Word documents. Very cool. Empty communication folder, an Aldus folder. Very, very neat. All right, so let's shut this down and move on to the next disk. I do have to run upstairs and give the bunny her medicine, so I hate to pause the stream, but we'll be doing that in one moment because I will get too excited and I will forget. And the bunny will, well, she'll be happy she doesn't have to take her medicine, but I'll be mad at myself because it's my responsibility to give her her medicine. So, thank you, Bruce. Brain usually works good the first time, and then, you know, not the second time. All right, so this is okay. Imaged 20 meg. Yeah, that's what's today's date? The 29th, Leap Day. There we go. That's that. Alrighty. Very lightweight screensaver. Great for Macs with not much RAM. Excellent. Alright, so next we have another drive, which we'll do in a moment. Let me just take the tape off of here. Your birthday was 2 days ago. Well, happy belated birthday, Joe. Oh, this is where that 80 megabyte sticker came off of. Okay, so this is where I got confused. So this 80 megabyte sticker belongs there. Why are you putting the half sticker back on there? Because I'm weird. All right, we're gonna put that there. And we got more drives to go through. Well, happy birthday, Joe. And let's see here. Can I do a more interesting be right back thing? I forgot I had the studio mode enabled. So as soon as I click on the thing, disabled rather, as soon as I click on the thing, it moved it. So I'll be right back in like 3-4 minutes tops. Just going to give the bunny her meds, and I'll come back down here. So stay tuned, grab a snack, and I'll be right back. Now I have to click the button. And I have returned. Let's catch up with the chat here. What kind of battery? Talking about batteries. I still have a Lisa. Very cool, Gary. Company my grandma was secretary accounted for. Let her keep it when they got bought out in 1986. Gary, that is so cool. I hope it's not the Lisa with the battery inside of it, because you have to remove that or your Lisa's probably dead already. Hey, Raw Elements, how's it going? All right, so we are on to our next. Oops, exit full screen from this. There we go. Now's a good time to insert an ad. I don't make anything off of those, so how about no? All right, let's try the next hard drive here. So we have a Color Classic removed in March 26th, 2022. And this is an 80 megabyte hard drive. Yeah. Let's plug this in and see if it makes any happy noises. Making noises. I think it's stuck. Yep, it's definitely giving us that little stuck noise. There are electrolytic caps on those Color Classic hard drives. Oh, that's so nice to know, Eric. Let's shut this down for a second here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That would explain why I had a hard drive like this and mine exploded once. Those caps do not look happy. Those are 22 microfarads, 16 volts. I don't believe I have those. They are quite corroded. But let's see if we could just get the damn data off of this thing first. Although it might just explode like Eric's did. How about that? Yeah, mine did not, the capacitor did not explode itself, but it caused a ceramic capacitor to get lava hot and go kaboom. Yeah, it's the weird ones that, oh, that's not turning. It's the weird ones that try to look like they're solid. There we go. Oh, I hate those. Everything needs to be recapped these days. I know, Dan. It's like, really? I had to clip one off once. Like, it was like really bad. I mean, the whole drive had corrosion on it, so it didn't help. But we're just doing a light stream here today. We're not repairing any boards or doing any soldering, really. I just wanted to stream because I haven't streamed for a long time. And life and work and jury duty, fun stuff, have kept me busy. So I wanted to blow off a little steam. So let's see. So this looks very similar to the other drive. Turn it around here. Yes, everything's still plugged in. That's making this more difficult, but that's just what I do with myself. I punish it myself for no reason. All right, and if we move this, can we nudge this? It does appear to be a little bit stuck, but I don't want to push it too hard. There we go. That unstuck it, I believe. Yep, that did the trick. All right. There's little dust particles on there. They're not going away. There's one on there. I know you're saying you're adding microscopic moisture to it as you blow on it, and I don't care. Whatever. It is what it is. It's not like I could use a Q-tip or something. That's going to just cause more problems. Where's my little fan? It only needs to work once. This is true. I guess. Just put that there. Turn this on again. Let's hope it works this time. That's what we wanted to hear. True professional. I'll say it before, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Do not do what I'm doing and expect your drive to work afterwards. All of these are named like just generic names, aren't they? Alright, sorry. Wow, Oregon Trail, Wheel of Fortune, Super Yahtzee. Alright. What else we got on here? Games! Applications. System folder. Trash back. Okay. Well, let's image it, and we'll root through it later. There we go. Thomas, I would discontinue use of that power bank, and I would make sure you turn that off, and I would contact the individual or the person that you bought it from, or the company that you bought it from, and ask for a refund. I would store that outside of your home, preferably, because that does not sound good. Yes, in between, these are hard drives that were rescued from a horde of hard drives that somebody, a horde of computers rather, that somebody rescued, and they did not need the hard drives. So, yes, my beloved dog cow. Move! Go, Clarice, go! And so my good friend Joe of Joe's Computer Museum, go to jcm-1.com for all of Joe's fancy web store thingamajigs, and he sells blue skies and all that cool stuff. Go there, because he donated these drives to me, which is very kind of him. Are you going to obtain an Apple Vision Pro? Probably not, because they're expensive. I have other crap I want to buy, like a wide format scanner. In a bucket of sand. Yes, Eric, I love that idea. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, because it's a Mac Classic or a Mac Classic 2, is you want to disassemble it. There are great videos. Bruce of Brankus Creations has a great video about opening up compact Macs. You want to be very careful not to damage the CRT or electrocute yourself or harm yourself. But the problem with the Classic and the Classic 2, as Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement just did a great series on restoring Mac Classic and Classic 2 systems. the analog board and the logic board leak terribly, and the batteries are also a problem. So you never want to turn on those machines without inspecting them internally first, because you could run into a lot of problems. With that being said, let's play Hangman. Hangman Plus. Categories. Animals, sure. Let's go. So I guess it's already started. A. S. E. Oh. Uh-oh. Octopus? Yeah. Yes, River, I would strongly suggest watching the videos that Adrian just posted. He goes through a very in-depth process of how he repaired those systems. I would caution you that he likes to rip off capacitors with a pair of pliers. That's great if you have the feel for that. If it's your first time, you might want to just be very cautious of like going through that process. Just take a look at it first, clean it up, and best of luck. If you have any questions, go to tinkerdifferent.com. It's a great forum that myself and a few others were instrumental in starting. And I just posted a link there. It's not clickable. Hold on. There we go. If you don't have an account on there, make an account. It's free. And yeah, make a post if you have any questions. There's a bunch of smart people. Be happy to help you out. All right, let's not get killed in Hangman. And let's try another hard drive. Bottle openers. Untapped. You get it? You're opening a drink, like a beer keg or something. Yeah. I try. I mentioned both their name and the username, the toiletist. Wow, this is hard to say. The toilet geek with social skills is their username. That is the person that was scamming everybody. Be very careful. Do not do any dealings with them. No trades or anything, no matter how good it seems to be true. They are a con artist, and they've been doing this for probably decades. So, yeah, stay away from Sean Rocks, aka Geek with Social Skills. And that's their YouTube handle as well. So, yeah. And I'm sure after all this blowback, they're going to get real quiet, and then eventually either they'll continue doing what they're doing, or what? Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. YouTube username's video. Oh, I'm sorry. Ron from Ron's computer. Ron from Ron's computer videos, and Dave from David's Vintage Apple Tech, or Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. I apologize. I read things too quickly because the chat goes by fast, and I misunderstand. Me sorry. Me dumb. Yeah. Tell me about it, Raw Elements. All right. So this drive, we're gonna say is okay. All right. On to the next one. Yes, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. So we have more drives. This is from 1992. Let's do these. How about that? I am one that's always very cautious to blame people or call people out, but I've seen way too much of this. I've seen enough is enough. Some close friends of mine have all given me eerily similar accounts of what's been going on. And then if you just Google the person's name, there's quite a lot of other stuff going on outside of the community. So, look, we all make mistakes. I sincerely hope that this person learns from that and somehow becomes a better person. Then again, what they did was really crummy, and I've been scammed before by people, and it sucks. So, and it's not just like one or two things here or there. It's a trend. So, for shame, for sure. Oh, right, we have a Western Digital Caviar drive. Look at that. Let's switch the views here. Sorry. So these are the drives we have here. Very cool. All right, let's try and take away some of this tape here. Carefully. I've only tried a vegetarian caviar, and I was not a fan of that, so I don't think I'd like the real thing. And that serial number label just ripped right the hell off. Guess we won't be needing that anymore. So this is a 500 megabyte drive. That serial number sticker just ripped right off too. Let's see if we could put that back on. Nope. Well, bye. I guess we'll just leave that as it is. I mean, blue tape is great until it's not. Oh no, your warranty. Eric. Oh, Lord. So this is a 2 gigabyte drive, so I will put this to the side because I don't have that much space on the partition right now, and this will take a long time to image. So that's going next to our other 2 gigabyte drive, rather. But we do have this 500 megabyte one from 1994. This is an IDE drive, so we're not going to be doing anything with that right now either. Darn it. All right, so let me mark that on here. IDE. To play with this with another Mac. So let's open some more drives. Jeff! Hey, Jeff! Yeah, oh yeah, Blue SCSI, baby. Blue SCSI. So, we have, we've been imaging hard drives, Jeff. Let me show them to you. This one was a little bit cranky, but it's a 40 meg, and we got some of the data off of it. These recovered just fine. We had to open up some of them. And, this Color Classic one is fine. And then this is a MiniScribe. Look at this chonker with that head exposed right there. So cool. That stepper motor. So we've been able to recover the data on most of these. And so we're just having a little bit of a stream doing that today. You've been having weird issues with your SD to IDE ATA adapter this week. What system are you messing around with that in? Maybe you could help, we could pick the brain of the collective here. Sorry for all the packaging noises. PowerBook 3400, that's right. Well, I have not played around with an IDE storage solution for those systems, so unfortunately I don't think I'm of too much help. But I got a boot to find. Seems that a heavy write, the activity light locks on at some point, and the system just locks up completely. That is a very curious issue. I'm wondering if it has to do with like the format of the disk. I wonder if you tried something like FWB's hard disk toolkit, if that would sort of resolve it, because maybe it's just one of those things that the format isn't exactly what it's expecting, or it just gets confused. Unfortunately, I don't have too much experience with messing around with IDE stuff, because I've been mostly focused on SCSI stuff for the past few years. But order the compact flash. Oh yeah, so maybe the compact flash will be a solution there. Certainly, let us know. We keep ripping off these labels. Certainly, let us know how you progress with that. I am curious. Ooh, this one has an X on it already. So you know that's good. All right. Maybe, but I would assume if that was the issue, you wouldn't be able to boot off of it. But what do eyes knows? All right, so we have a quantum drive here of some capacity that was just ripped off in one of these labels. I mean, this painter tape is quite aggressive, it seems. This is a 80 megabyte drive. I'll put that back there. We'll see if this one wants to work. Let's plug everything in and switch back to our capture, and let's go. It's spinning up, but the head does not seem to be moving, which means it's screwdriver time. So we are booting up from our blue SCSI. Yeah, DOS-Dude's drives may work. I've always wanted to play around with one of those, but yeah, I wonder how far back you could go, because yeah, like Joe is mentioning and Steve is mentioning, the older, mentioning to me. I don't know. There's another Steve. Hi, other Steve. That those early implementations of IDE are all over the place. So it could just be a weird thing like that. But loudest startup long ever. Oh, isn't that fun when computers just want to misbehave? So I'm gonna have to open this one up because it's cranky. Sorry, I keep forgetting to switch the streams back. There we go. The cameras, rather. Thank you, Eric. I do have a SCSI hard drive that came, rather an IDE hard drive that came in a G3 bay for a G3 PowerBook. And what's interesting is it's an IDE hard drive with a SCSI adapter on it, or the other way around. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I guess it was cheaper, which is probably why they did it. They're like, hey, we got all these like 9 gig hard drives lying around, you know. Does have an external SCSI port, have a Pi SCSI. Yeah, you could do that. That's honestly, because I've tried this. I have a Performa 630 that had an internal IDE drive. The external SCSI bus seems to be faster than the internal IDE hard drive. So I was using an external Blue SCSI version 1, mind you, and it seemed to boot faster than it did ever from the internal hard drive. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but that might be a viable option. And I know it sucks because you like everything to be like neat and tidy and everything, but unfortunately sometimes you can't win. That certainly sounds like a Franken iMac. I've had actually some luck, and I forgot to mention this, with an MSATA to IDE adapter, and then an IDE to notebook IDE adapter, or the other way around, notebook IDE to IDE adapter. And I got that to work in my Performa. I didn't really stress test it. I formatted the disk and I put OS on it, and that was about it. I have to go back to that. But that did seem to work. I'm not sure if that's a viable thing, or if that was just a fluke, or if I like try and like do anything other than just like install an OS. If I like put any load on it, if it's gonna like break. But that was certainly something that I played around with like 3 or 4 years ago. All right, here we go. Lemony fresh. There's dust on there even before I opened it. How about that? So, all right, so what we're gonna do is just hold this way and just give this a bit of a there we go, just gave it a bit of a nudge. That should be hopefully it. And let's try this again, shall we? You're the second person to tell me to either lick or not lick the platters tonight. Yep, it's trying to boot off of the hard drive now. Well, that means it works, doesn't it? Yes, I'm looking for a 40 or 42 inch wide color scanner. I have a kind of a lead on one on eBay. They wanted way too much untested. They wanted like $450. They had best offers. I sent them best offers. I contacted them. They didn't respond. And so I don't know if they're like just away on vacation or what, but I sent them a bunch of messages. It's rebuilding the hard drive. Yeah, I have a lot of rare posters and artwork and just like flyers and computing history stuff that I would love to scan instead of just taking photos of it, you know? I didn't know licking the platters could help. It won't, Roger, it won't. It would be for thin things, Dan. I have that Caesar book scanner, which is like, whatever. I mean, I did a whole 45-minute rant video about that. It puts a weird filter on things. It's not good. A flatbed scanner will kick the crap out of it. But, I mean, really, if you're scanning a book or magazine, you got to do it quickly. It kind of lets you do that. So, all right, we have Risk. We have Floor Plan Plus. Chamber list. Soccer information. Highlight information. Startup screen. Ooh, this is cool. All right, so this is, we got 40 whole megs in the disk. Let's back this up. Whoopsies. Nope, not that one. Sorry. And we're going to save this. And we're just going to say 80 meg quantum. And we'll save it. Fingers crossed. Oh, thank you, DeFore. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have a Workforce 7640 or 7660 or something like that. And it has a 11 or 12 by 17 inch flatbed, which is great, and a document feeder, and it works pretty well. But for things that are bigger than that, unfortunately, it's a bit of a pain. Yeah, exactly, Dan. I agree. the drive is making happy noises. And it was just a little bit stuck. Just a wee bit. Well, we have one more thing to open. Might as well do it. Oh, Jeff, thank you very much. Blue Scuzzy Fund. Eep, thank you very much for the super chat. That wasn't a good eep. Whenever someone gives a super chat or a sticker, I try and do a wild eep, and that was not a good one. My apologies, Jeff. Hold on, let's try again. Eep! Yeah, that's a little bit better. Thank you very much for the donation. I will put that directly into more Blue Scuzzies. They are fantastic tools. Alright, we've got 2 more drives here. There, have labels all over them. Let's try and see. This is a 80 meg IBM. And this is a 250 meg from a Performa 6300, it looks like. This one already had some gouge marks on it. A civilized eep from another time, for more civilized age. Alright, well that drive imaged without much fuss. This one's an IDE drive, so we'll have to put that aside because I do not have an IDE system to rip discs from at this moment. But at least we'll be able to do this one before we wrap up for tonight. Alright, so let's just confirm that this, I believe this was an 80 meg. And yes, that seems to be right. The chamber list. We have games. Banner Mania, Boom. Let's play some Boom. Oh, Kaboom. Oh! It's like a screensaver type thing, right? Or is it, it gives me the little smiley. Oh, it's, you could set, actions based and have, make sounds and junk like that. That's neat. Alright, cool. Harpoon? Okay. A battle simulation of some sort. Now run into a few files Mr. Mac 84 archived up on Macintosh Garden. Yes, so the long and short of it is Macintosh Garden was one of the original sites. Macintosh Repository just ripped all the content without the metadata or the screenshots or without asking. And yes, nobody like owns any of this stuff, but it really put a bad taste in the mouth of the people that maintain the Macintosh Garden and the people like me who support it, because I uploaded something to the Garden with a manual and documentation and notes, and then it just is on the other site with like no information. It's not helpful. So it is annoying that there are two sites and sometimes some content is one versus the other. But the Macintosh Garden is free. Always has been, always will be. And the downloads are full speed. You don't have to log in. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do any of that crap. They don't restrict you. The Macintosh Garden is just there. Whereas the repository, it's kind of weird. They like you download one file and, oh, maybe that's not the right one. You go to download another. Oh, you've downloaded too many. I mean, I get it. I support all people who are archiving stuff. I know it's not easy. It's not free. Website and storages, you know, that costs money and stuff like that. But my preference is the Garden just because I contribute a lot to that. And, I mean, if you're going to be archiving stuff, you either put it on the Internet Archive or somewhere else. So I do the Macintosh Garden and the Internet Archive. Do I really want to add a third to that, especially given their track record? Probably not. But that's just my personal opinion. Not trying to push it on anybody, but that's my opinion. Yeah, I hate the weird logging crap too. So that's Wait, they had games from 1994 on this. That's great. All right, let's try our last hard drive of the night. And I should put the screws back in this thing, shouldn't I? Well, glad to hear that there are like-minded folks here. You can have it do different startup sounds of sort. Found an aluminum sheet pan to put the power bank into for the night on the concrete garage floor. Hope it doesn't blow up. Well, Thomas, good luck. All right, so this is an 80 megabyte, and this has been copied, and it's just named Mac hard drive, and today is the 29th, and we should put the screws back on it. Yes, I know Jeff there probably has a much longer content pipeline than the rest of us. But if Jeff wants to be super cool with all the cool Macintosh kids, you should maybe do a hashtag Marchintosh thing. Maybe not a video if you don't have the production pipeline for it, but maybe a post or a retweet or something like that. I don't know what you do on the social things, but Marchintosh, if you're not aware, is a cool month where we try and involve a lot of creators to do vintage Mac stuff. And it could be a video, it could be a blog post. Some people knitted things before. That was really cool. So yeah. Yeah, Marchintosh, baby. Go to marchintosh.com. You can even access it on your old Mac. No HTTPS required, my friend. Yes. Macintosh Garden is the only one with the Steve Mac 84 song about it. Excellent, Jeff. There you go. Yeah, if you go to marchintosh.com, it gives you the general, like, hey, here's what it's all about and here's how to participate. Basically, you know, it's got some do's and don'ts of just like basic common sense stuff, but just have fun with it. If you could contribute, great. If time runs out on you, like it does for a lot of us with these projects, don't worry about it. All right, cool. So let's prepare our final hard drive. Ah, Thomas did not know that. Good tip. All right. Last hard drive is this one, because the rest are IDE or they're way too large. So this is a 80 megabyte. Let's change the camera. My apologies. There we go. And let's see what's on this one. Let's see some tales from the Sonic films. Yeah, it's funny because in the old video games, you know, there wasn't much of a story, so you didn't know like one character did or liked one thing or another. I always liked the idea of like Tails being like a mechanic or a fixer type guy. It'd be cool if he played around with some vintage Macs too. All right, let's see if this hard drive wants to spin up. It is, and the heads are making noises. So let's see if we can get it to access it. So we're booting from our blue SCSI, as is the style at the time. It should very much work with Netscape Communicator. It works with Internet Explorer 2.0. And I've opened it up on Netscape Communicator. If you have any issues, let me know. I'll fix it. All right. Oh, we got a suspicious drive going on here. Let's open up SCSI Director Pro 4, which is a great utility. Also on Macintosh Garden, by the way. Let's see if it finds a drive. It does, and it does see it as an 80 megabyte drive. Checked. Okay. Let's see if it'll just mount it. Resident driver for that device is being used to mount the drive. If this doesn't work, or all participants try rebooting. Okay. Mounting was successful. Then where the hell is it? Let's restart. Yeah, hard drive does not seem to be making like typical hard drive noises. Let's turn it off again. Turn it back on. That sounded a little bit better. Sometimes these things just gotta warm up after like being not moving for like 15, 20 years. Come on. You're the last one of the night. Don't be stingy here. Ah. You know how stubborn I am, Mr. Hard Drive. If I just yell at it and hit it with and threaten it with the hammer, you have to threaten to hit it with the hammer before you actually hit it. Maybe it'll want to work. Who knows? Yeah. Peripheral. Let's see something here. No, it's not seeing it. I wonder if we could test it. I mean, it's making the head, it's giving the head a workout. This poor old hard drive. It's like, why? Why are you doing this to me? I was just trying to sleep. Come on. Don't make me open you, I will. That's not an idle threat. That will happen. I am stubborn and curious. A very, very bad combination for old computer things. Yeah, this maybe, this could be that, no, see, if this was, thank you, Tim Rudin. Hard drive, Coaxer, Rubber Mallet Fund. Eep! Thank you very much. Super chat. Let's do this. Let's take our SD card from the Blue SCSI, and let's put. I have a copy of macOS 8, but I need more memory to have that boot up on this. But let's try a few things here, because it might be that this disk is too new for that system to read, which is possible. Oh boy. Let's see here. So let me connect to my network storage thingamajig. Let's look at our Blue SCSI images, from which I've created plenty. And recently, I believe I did a macOS 8 install. But I forget on which system that was. Oh, here it is. But that's for a Power Mac, and this is not a Power Mac. So that might be a little bit angry if I try and do that. But I do have the Apple Legacy CD, so we could just do a fresh install if we needed to. Whoopsie, what did I do? I mounted it instead of copying it. Silly me. So let's copy that over to our SD card. Oh boy. Yeah, no, you want to be gentle with the screws. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new hard disk image in our little disk jockey tool. I'm just going to make this a 250 meg image. We're going to name it OS 8, and we're just going to create that. 1 second. I have to choose an appropriate SCSI ID. Let's create that. Okay, and that's in our downloads folder, and I know you can't see any of this, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Okay, and actually the quickest way to do this would be via an emulator, so let's do that. Let's go to here. And no, pushing the wrong buttons on OBS. And let's go to display capture, and we're capturing the wrong display. No, window capture. That's what I meant. Hold on, please. Oh, Stephen, you silly goose, you. Alrighty, let's save that. Let's quit that. Let's open that. Now we can go in OBS. It's always fun doing things live, isn't it? And we don't want a display capture. We just want a window capture, and that's going to be of our emulator. There we go. And let's put it over there. There you go. So you can just see it a little bit. So we're going to name this Mac. We'll just name this System 8. We'll initialize that. Yes. And let's do an install. The 8.1 install is kind of broken on this, so you have to do 8 and then upgrade. But this will be much faster than doing it on the actual computer. And we're gonna... What? Okay. That's... Why? What? Oh, I guess it's because of the emulator I'm using? Please run the macOS install in order... Alright, hold on a second. Let's shut this down. Hold, please. Let's configure this. There we go. We're on the wrong thing. That's why. Let's try that again. I thought it was a Phillips screw. It was. At one point in time, it was a happy screw. Now it's just sad and stripped. No worries, Jeff. Take care. Happy Marchintosh. All right, let's switch disks now. System 8. And there we go. And I'm going to have to find some memory for this sucker because macOS 8 is not going to run with 8 megabytes of memory. I think we need a minimum of 16. macOS 8 system requirements. No, not macOS 10. At least 8 megabytes of memory. Okay. But I want a little bit more. 8 megs built into this thing is not going to be happy. Alright, let's quit. And then we are going to update to 8.1 just so we don't have to do anything again later on. Continue. System 8. Select. Hopefully you can still see this. I don't have my OBS window visible. My apologies if you can't. Yes, it's still there. It's right on top of my face. Never trust a computer you can't lift. Look, I'm eating the system. Ah! Oh, boy. Where could I steal some memory from? Well, there's some memory. This looks questionable. Let's just shove it in. See what happens. The worst it could do is not be happy. Alright, so we are good. Let's shut this down. And let's see what the SCSI ID is of this. This was, oh, it was 0. That's right. Alright, so we have a bunch of stuff here. And we should be okay. So let's eject our SD card for our blue SCSI. Let's plug that back into our system here. Let's, no, power was already on. Let's go back over here. Let's turn that off. Let's switch to this. And let's see how unhappy it is. Yeah, that folklore.org site is great. I forgot a lot of the stories from there, but it's always there for you to read again. So I think it's going to try and boot to macOS 8. That's why it does that reboot. Yep. We're really pushing it with 8 megabytes of memory, but I am curious if this disk was just in a format that the Mac couldn't read, which is very possible. I always forget about the HFS Plus stuff introduced in the versions of macOS 8. It won't even load the setup assistant. Oh, that's bad. 8 whole megabytes, and the OS is using almost all of that. All right, let's install some memory. Let's shut down. And I have 1 stick of memory here. We're just gonna jam it in there. What am I doing wrong? Well, first off, there's a hair there. That's not good. Alright, let's see if that wants to work. I mean, it chimed. Oh, that's cool. I forgot that you could do that with the appearance extensions. I know people hacked a lot of this stuff, which is a lot of fun. Why aren't you booting now? There we go. I had to tell it to boot to the other device. Via the soda command. Hopefully this gives us at least 16 megs of memory or something. Because then we can actually launch a program. We have enough memory to launch the assistant, but we will not. Let's see. Oh, 12 megs. So what? So I installed a 4 meg module. I guess we'll take it. Very strange. Maybe it's a FWB partition? I certainly don't have that on here. But we could solve that, I suppose. Very curious. Very, very curious. Invisible drive of fate. Alright, so we have a few different versions of this, and I always forget which one is good for which. It's Personal Edition 2.5, and there's Regular Edition 2.5. Let's try the regular version of 2.5. Just open up my emulator real quick. And let's copy that over. Sector editor will let you look at the drive format. Oh, that's what sector editor would that be in the in that software I was using, or is it a different piece of software that'll do that? Because I don't think I've tried that before. Willing to try it. I'm just saying I don't think I've tried that before. All right. What was I doing? There we go. Emulation files. Let's copy this over. Wrong keyboard. And let's close that and open that again. And we probably need a version to stuff it as well. Copy a few of them over just in case, and shut it down. Easy out extractor. It's a bit for drilling. Oh, never mind. All right, let's eject this. This will be the last drive today, so that's why I'm sort of pulling out all the stops. I'm curious. Because it's certainly making quite happy noises. Hope everyone is doing well today. We still got some amount of people watching. YouTube's thing is not showing me because it's dumb. 60 people. Hello, all of you watching. Interesting. Well, we'll see what we can do here. So, perfect. Let's try this one. Hey, Bruce. So we have a conundrum here, but this is our last drive, so we're sort of going all out, Bruce. We have a IBM drive that is spinning up. The SCSI Director software will actually say it's mounted, but it doesn't show on the desktop. So I was thinking maybe it's an HFS Plus thing, so I installed 8.1, and we booted it with only 8 megabytes of memory, which was fun. And then I found a 4 megabyte sim, so now we have 12 whole megabytes. I know, fantastic. So now I'm trying to install a version of FWB, Hard Disk Toolkit, just to see if maybe there was a weird driver on it or something. Hey, Falcor, how's it going? But that's where we're at now. We've read data off of every single hard drive we've tried, except this one. So we're gonna try for a little bit longer, and then I got work tomorrow, so I can't stay up super late. But I am curious. Oh, I already had the thing archived. How about that? All right. No, I don't want to do that. Well, it did freeze on the performance test, kind of, but I don't blame it. It's old. It's cranky. Let's open that. And let's open up the other one. I'm listening to you, Bruce. I'm nowhere near this prompt. I was upstairs talking to my wife on the phone. Let's give me a break. Oh, God. Oh, serial number. Go. Bruce had a serial number at one point. Bruce is my friend. He has serial numbers. Maybe Bruce will find a serial number. Oh, personal edition? I know VCF is like in a month, and I'm not ready yet. Finishing up work on a Classic 2, and then heading to bed. What was I doing? That's right. There should be one on the Macintosh Garden. Macintosh Garden. I know, Eric. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up the evil 4-letter word. Here we go. And there's a number. Oh, I probably just typed it wrong. NC 212329896. There we go. This is a limited license. Oh, nice. That'd be awesome. Yeah. I don't know what's going on yet. I haven't decided all the things that I need to set up. I guess I need to soon. But yeah, didn't know Rust had a smell until working on this Mac Plus. Oops. I know this isn't like the newest version, but I think this is the same version that shipped on my Mac clone. Yeah, 1998. Just curious if it sees anything different with this drive. Yeah, there it is. And if I click mount, it's controlled by a non-FWE driver to use any toolkit functions. You select device. Yeah, so it doesn't want to do it. Okay. ESM internal error. Interesting. So we see there's a partition map. Drive untitled. Maybe it's just blank then. If it's untitled, then someone just formatted the damn thing. All this time? All this time. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Capacity 81 megs. Unallocated 325K. Sure. Driver update failed. Yeah, I mean, it could just be corrupted or something dumb. It's weird that this will see it, but there's like no volume that it's seeing. So that gave me false hope there. Eject. Huh. Very interesting, my friends. Driver descriptor map on the selected drive is undersized by one block. Okay, to fix a simple mistake. Okay. This device seems to already have valid partitions. Are you sure you want to destroy them? No. So weird. Okay. 1. Here's block 1. Here we go. Apple partition map. It's all zeros. DSU. Yeah, I should have installed Norton. I mean, there's a bunch of zeros on here. It could just be wiped. What the hell do I know? I mean, all I'm seeing is zeros. But then if it was wiped, then why can't we mount it? I don't know. Maybe it was written and corrupted. Scroll up. Okay. That's what my assumption would be. Yeah, I scrolled up. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is true. It just had a lot of zeros to store. Oh, boy. Since I like reverse integer drive. Yes, he doesn't even say the driver, which is weird. There's 4 partitions on it. Technical support. Contact place of purchase. See, look at this. Type simple volume. Hey, Gupum. How's it going? View partitions. See, it's like it won't let me configure anything. See, I could resize this or I could delete it. Cannot be permitted because the device that needs its drivers updated. Yeah. Good night there, Saul. Montgomery work for support. Drive 1 is the name of the volume. Negative 33. I don't know, this is weird, man. Made some noises. Not mounted. Unrecognized driver, or this disk is protected by security software. Okay. And then it said not initialized, I think. Yeah, it could be a security thing. Well, let's just see what happens. I'm not going to erase it. It's making noises. If it works, it works. If not, who cares? Wouldn't it be funny if right under that blue tape there was like a password? Diagnostics. Come on. Oh. Now it's sad. I think it froze my computer. I was going to play with initiator mode. I'm going to save that for a video, but let's restart. Oh, that didn't work. Oh boy. Well, this ain't good. Yeah, I could do that. This would be a perfect drive to play around with for that. Cancel. Thank you. Command period will cancel that test. Oh, and it froze up. Nice. Just start up with extensions off, maybe? No. I only like them if they're mysterious. Once somebody figured out if they have good data on them or not, I have no interest. Sure, Dana, you come back and it's unhappy. I see what you did. Hammer. Oh boy. Alright. Extensions are off. It's still not showing up on the desktop, but I'm curious if it recognizes it now. It freezes. This drive is cursed. Yes, this is the Centra still. We're on the last drive. It's an IBM one and it's not happy. So I think this would be the perfect drive for the blue SCSI initiator thingamajig. So we're just going to write on this and say, won't mount. Sounds okay. Then it's certainly spinning up. IBM Fooey. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything under this tape. No. Oh well. Oh, duh. Put the label back on, you idiot. Alright, well, we were able to image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so drives. I call that a success. And you know what? Let's, do I need... Yeah, I think I need... hold on. Let's do something real quick. I am curious. For this initiator mode, I have to turn it on. Yeah, I'm just curious. Let's just try this. Just for funsies. I'm curious if it'll even image or if it'll, like, die. Yeah, so we have the log file there. So I need blue SCSI.ini. Yes, use ini. And let's open that into here. And we want to say SCSI. Debug equals 1, and then initiator mode equals 1. And oh, let's back this up. We have to go to our network attack storage here, and this will be under blue SCSI, Feb 29, 2024, stream backup hard drives, and let's copy those. Yeah, I mean the desk stars were certainly bad, but a lot of the earlier IBM ones were fine. Yeah, I mean, most of the drives I've tried, they would have worked fine if it wasn't for the rubber just sticking to the head. I just nudged it and they all read fine, most of them. So, I could do some ASMR videos now. Oh boy. So just copying these disk images will just take about a minute. So don't want to just start this initiator mode stuff without doing this correctly. Alright, there we go. So let's eject this. Put the SD card back here. Oh, zip drives. Watch some of my earlier videos before the Blue SCSI was invented. There's a lot of zip drives there because that was like the only way I had a good grasp on getting like a bootable hard drive that I could, you know, easily move around and format and stuff. Alright, let's get that out of the way. So I'm just gonna plug this into my USB thingamajig here for some power. So we'll power this via USB. So this is a Blue SCSI initiator mode. It's fairly new stuff, and we'll have to short the power supply on the green pin here. So it'll power up without a soft power command. And where'd that IBM drive go? This guy. I'm just curious. Oh, I should actually. Alright, so we have our Blue SCSI with the initiator mode turned on. We have to turn on our hard drive, then plug our Blue SCSI in. Since we're not using the computer, we can give ourselves a little more room here. And let's see. Alright, so the Pico will blink when it's copying data. We have a solid light on the Pico board. Now it blinked once. And I'm not doing any of the terminal stuff because I can get a terminal readout of this, but I'm not sure if it's oh, it's blinking again. Sometimes Blue SCSI would scan the bus. During the target scan, it will blink regularly. But now it's off. So let's just wait and see what happens. Hey, Jack, how's it going? So what the initiator mode does, and it's on the Blue SCSI wiki, has more information about it. Basically, it's dumping the hard drive to the SD card without plugging your computer in, which is really cool. I've not tested it extensively, though. And I might have to figure it out more. But it doesn't seem to be too happy. Last time I tried this, I think I encountered a bug, which I reported to Eric. Let's turn this off. Let's disconnect this, and let's look at the SD card. I mean, it's really too late for me to be fussing with this stuff. But happy Marchintosh, everybody! It's March where I am. Yay! Let's just see if this log tells us anything. No response from SCSI ID 2. Yeah, and that seems to be just hanging. So I will copy this off so I could report this to our good friend Eric. And probably pause here tonight. Let's say this is initiator log. Copy that over. Well, I'm powering via the little Pico, so I don't have to do the Berg connector or this connector on this. It is worth upgrading. I did a whole video about it. If you want some of the new features, and if you have a Macintosh that will take advantage of the SCSI bus, which SCSI bus Macs would give you a boost with the Blue SCSI 2, it's covered in my video. So if you just do a search for Mac 84 and Blue SCSI, you should come up with that video fairly quickly. This is most of my Mac collection when I moved out, but I kept my Quadra 605. Nice. 8600. Awesome. Quicksilver. Ooh, with an upgrade. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. We're going to try this one more time. But it seems like it's not quite happy, so I could have a problem on my end, who knows. See, now it's blinking correctly, so I powered it before the drive. So now maybe it's going to work, who knows. So it was blinking, now it's solid. It's hard to see, so that's why I'm explaining it to you. So now it's it blinked once. Now it's still steady. Oh yeah, totally, Bruce. It's still solid, and then it went dark, and now it's remaining dark. Very interesting. So I think we're in that weird state like we were before. So I'm going to turn this off. Unplug this, and I bet you the log is going to be very similar. So let's take a look, see. And let's rename this log try 2. A bit different, so it looks like it says initialization complete, selecting 0 with initiator ID of 0. No response from SCSI ID 0. Interesting. And yeah, no response from SCSI ID 2, and that's when it stops. So very curious, but not to worry. I will send these along to my friend Eric, and he can understand the logs much better than I can, I'll tell you that. Never snitch on its data. It's very obedient. Just end up yeeting the thing into the sun. How about that? Oh boy. Wow. At least we were fairly successful with our hard drives tonight. I did not see that coming. I thought most of them would be crap, but It's log. It's log. Oh, boy. Well, I think that's going to about call it quits for me today, even though I have a bunch of people watching. Bruce, why don't you start streaming? I've got about 55 of you here, which is fantastic. I want to shout out a few things first. Shop.mac84.net if you want to get some shirts. I'm not wearing one of mine right now, but I released a sorry shirt, which I think was kind of funny. There's some other merch on there. You don't have to buy it. Just saying, it's there. I don't promote it enough. VCF East is happening in April. That's next month now, according to my watch. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. It is also Marchintosh, hashtag Marchintosh. So we'll go to marchintosh.com for all the information about that event. Super excited about that. And Bruce is going out to dinner. Always thinking with your stomach, Bruce. But thank you everybody for hanging in there. We'll probably do some more videos on that Mac 2 that I had to fix up before VCF East. And I got a bunch of videos I'm trying to work on for Marchintosh. We'll see how successful I am. But I really super appreciate you hanging around today. All the super chats, the likes, the subscribes, all that fun stuff. Stay healthy and stay safe out there. And stay warm. It's freaking freezing here. Well, except Bruce. It's warm where Bruce is because it's a different season. I'm hunting around for the end stream button. It's right over here. And more people are coming in as I'm leaving, of course. But hopefully you had fun today. I had fun today. And we recovered some data from some old hard drives I'll be looking into probably more in depth in a future stream. But that's about it for now. Thank you very much for Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. Like, subscribe, jcm-1.com because he sent me those hard drives. That's about it for now. See you later. Bye. I had to click the button again.